Hello everyone watching, I hope you guys are having a good day so far, and to those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Kenny and I post coding tutorials, as you may have guessed now. So, I make coding tutorials and teach you how to use JavaScript, HTML, and CSS to build fun and simple projects. On this channel you will receive daily videos from me. If I'm not busy, I'll try to post daily videos, so you will learn something new every day. And if that sounds interesting to you, please keep watching the video. And once you're done watching, be sure to go check out my other videos that I have linked in the description below. Now, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all this. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you what we have here. So we have these two toggle switches, and when you tap on it, it will move over and act like an actual switch. And also the word changes when you click on it from off to on. And if you're interested on learning how to build this, please watch the video until the end and I'll teach you exactly how to do so. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to delete all this code and start from scratch. So now I'm going to generate my boilerplate code. I can do that by typing an exclamation mark, then hitting enter, which generates the basic HTML template code. And then I can go into my body tag, which are these two tags right here, and I'll create a label, and inside that label I'll create an input and I'll give it a type of checkbox, and then I'll create a span, give it a class of switch because we're going to be creating another one. So now if we copy this down one more time, we have two of these, and that's pretty much all we need for our HTML. Now we can get started with the CSS. So for the CSS, the first thing I'm going to do is style my browser. So I'm going to type body, then give it a background image of linear gradient and 45 degrees, hashtag 444, hashtag 222. You can pick your own color, but I'm just going to go with these this linear gradient right here. And then I can do background attachment, fixed, background size, cover, background repeat will be set to no repeat, so I don't want the background to repeat. And now if we refresh, we have our two checkboxes and our background. And now we can start styling our switch span, which are these two spans right here, these two. And for both of them, I'm going to do position absolute, then I'll move them 50% to the left, top 50%, and then to make sure that it's in the center, I'm going to use transform, translate, negative 50%, negative 50%, and then I'm going to scale it 2 times to make it a little bigger. And if you scale a number that's less than 1, like 0.2, it's going to get smaller. So that's how scaling works. And then we can do border radius 40 pixels, width 250 pixels, and then height 80 pixels, background color RGB is going to be this 133, 24, then 24, which is going to be a dark red color. And then box shadow, I'm going to use inset, so the shadow will be inside of the shape. And then 0, 0, 20 pixels, hashtag 444. And if you notice now, there's a little bit of a blurry shadow right here. So here we have our first pill, our first toggle switch. Now we have to create our next one. But before we do that, I'm going to do dot switch, and this is a pseudo element because I'm using before. So I'm going to create a before element, an element that comes before it. And it will say the content, I'm going to set it to a string that says off. And then border radius 50%. So now if we just refresh, you'll notice that the word off appears on our browser. And then I can do width 100 pixels, if I can spell it correctly, width 100 pixels, height 100 pixels, so it will be a perfect circle, background color white, position absolute, left 0%, I meant 0, just 0, bottom negative 9 pixels, so it will move up. And then I'm going to give it a transition of 0.6 seconds, so that when it moves over to the right, it doesn't move over instantly. It'll move at a slow and smooth pace. And then I can do display flex, justify content, and the content right now in this case is the word off. So if we do justify content center, you'll notice that the word off is now in the center of the white circle, but it's only centered horizontally. we want it to be centered vertically as well. So we can do align items center. So now it's in the center, like dead on center. And then we can do font family Verdana, font weight bold, font size 2REN, and then we're gonna make our input disappear by typing display none. It disappears, but it still exists on our web page, except we don't see it anymore because we set the display to none, so it's essentially invisible to our site. And then now we're going to do input checked, so it's going to check if the input is checked, plus dot switch hashtag before, if I can spell it, there we go, before, and then I'm going to move it to the left 170 pixels, and then box shadow. Actually, we don't need to put box shadow, I don't know why I typed that. Now the content, it will say on instead of off, so when you click on this, it will say on instead of off. And yes, as you notice, there's another circle underneath that. That's because we have two of these. We can fix that right now. So all we have to do is we have to give this a div. I'm gonna wrap this in a div like that, and then this div will have an ID of second switch, so this will be our blue one, or any color you want, but I'm just gonna go with blue. And then I'll select it, type second switch, position absolute. We're gonna move it to the top 15%, and then left 50% so that it's not overlapping our red one. So now we have two of these. And to change the color of it, we're just gonna give it a background color of just simply blue. There we go. Oh, it's not changing. Okay, I see what I did wrong. That's because we didn't give it a background color. So I'm gonna do hashtag second switch dot switch, then give it a background color of RGB 04235, and now the color changes. And yes, this is pretty much it for the project. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to go check out my other videos, and other than that, I hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you again in my next video.